Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. So, been a while since I've posted anything, but right now we are working on 81 Camaro that I had built here a few years ago. Taking the 406 out of it and swapping in an LS. So, 406 850 Holly on it, single plane intake, fairly decent cam in it. That's coming out. It's going to go with an LS. This one isn't very friendly the way it sits. So got a nice looking Camaro here. Did door skins, rear quarters, painted it. Paint could be better, but it's decent. So we're gonna go ahead and get this beast out of here. I've already started a little bit on it. I drained the radiator, took off the upper hose, but we'll get going on this and see if we can get anything done. This car is basically set up as a drag car and a street driver. It's got 275s in the back, 373 with a locker. Yeah, nice setup. Roll bar in it. T-top car. So we're gonna go ahead and take off the front end and get the exhaust manifolds off, get this thing ready to pull out. I already got the power steering pump off too, so I'm gonna leave the transmission in the car. Try to anyway. That's the way I did it last time I pulled this engine out, so I'm gonna try to leave that in the car again so I don't have to deal with transmission fluid all over the place. So yeah, here we go. LS. All the little stuff for it. Sorry for my mess. I'm starting to rough too. Got a decent cam in there already. New valve springs. A new push rod sitting here for it. Trunnion bearing kit. So yeah, this is where we're going with it. Stay tuned. All right, so small blocks out, 406. Engine bay is empty. Left the transmission in. She's sitting on a jack. Got the new mounts, or got the mounts switched over onto the LS. We're gonna go ahead and plop this in there, torque the harmonic balancer on, and let me tell you, that's a pain in the butt. So hopefully we got the clamshells in the right spot. I measured. I'm sure you saw me cutting on here. So with the air conditioning boss here, I had to cut the clamshell out for that. So we got that taken care of. These are LSX Innovation mounts, swap mounts. So that looks good. SFI flex plate with adapter. So we should be good to go here. I got to tap the adapter in a little bit further. Trunnion kit came in today, so I'll have to get that taken care of. So we're gonna see if we can get this beast in here and go from there. Just that easy. The LS is in place. Sure looks like we have an awful lot more room in here now. Most of that'll get taken care of. I'm a little concerned right now about the power steering and the pitman arm, but I'm guessing that should be fine. It doesn't look like it's going to hit. We can test that. No, it looks like it should be fine. Using truck power steer, the all the truck mounts on here. Well, I guess there's only one way to find out, and that's mount it up. Take a look. Might have to do that. Hopefully it's not hitting that, because I don't want to have to get different mounts. I'd rather just use what we got. Only one way to find out though. So we got everything taken care of. We have a mechanical oil gauge in this, so I'm going to be hooking up a mechanical sending unit. The ECU doesn't need to see oil pressure, so not going to worry about it. Just going to hook it up mechanical. We have a mechanical temp sensor and temp gauge in here too, but I think I'm going to swap that out to a electric one, just so we don't have the hassle with it. But at this point, the LS is in. I'm gonna grab that power steering pump, hopefully. I remember where I put it. Take a look at that real quick. Yeah, take a bracket off of here. We don't need any more. If I can use the power steering pump that I have on there, I'm going to, because that was brand new. It doesn't have barely any time on it. Alright, so looking at this right now, it doesn't go below the bottom bolt. So we should have no issues with clearance. Oof, the alternator's pretty high though. That might be a problem. Let's take a peek here. Yeah, that alternator might be a problem. We might have to change that. But no problem with we're not gonna have any problem with clearance in the pitman arm. That looks like that should be just fine. But the alternator does worry me. That thing sits up quite high in this. We'll have to take a look after we get everything all back together. Because if that sits that high, I'm kind of curious how high the intake is going to sit on here too. Well, might as well grab that too, right? Yeah, there's a good possibility that won't clear either. So, if you look at it here, I don't know how big of a hump there is in the hood. I know there's a little bit of a hump in the hood. The owner of the car said he wanted to call induction hood anyway. Yeah, it might be a time for it. Either that or swap intakes and change water pump and everything else. I don't know which way he'll want to go. But we'll figure it out. That's the main thing. It's in. I gotta bolt it to the transmission. I still need to go get bolts for that, but it's in. And it looks like everything lined up good. So I don't have to worry about any electronics shifting the transmission on this one. It's got a turbo 400 with a reverse manual valve body. So it should work out real well. So we're gonna get this back out of here. I gotta run all new fuel lines. Gotta run a new power or alternator wire up to here. I just ran a brand new 4 gauge over there, so I might just clip into that one. Actually, there's a breaker underneath the dash that should work just fine, so I'll just have to run a new one from the dash over here. Won't have any clearance with radiator issues. Yeah, should have plenty of room for that. The block isn't as long on the LS as it is the small block. So it looks like everything should be good. Well, I guess I have work cut out for me. Gotta go get some bolts, get this thing bolted together. We got some headers, shorties with their headers. Take them out here. The one that worries me is the passenger, the driver's side one. That one always worries me. Nice headers, eBay specials. No clearance problems on this one. Everything clears just nice and dandy. Might as well grab the passenger side one and take a look at that. That will clear just fine as well. All right.